All right. So let's have your 2 cents on the video I just showed you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what are your 2 cents?
My 2 cents is she's right. Guys don't know how to communicate how they actually
You think?
want
Do you
things to
think
go
women
down.
do?
I think they
Do
do
women
a
say, "Hey, I would like to fuck you. Want to meet at this place"?
I think women are fairly reasonable because they aren't typically the ones who initiate and anticipate
Uh-huh.
when a guy
Right.
reads
See,
the situation
I'm not
properly and
saying
then
I'm not saying
initiates.
it's I'm not saying that's a good idea, like to obfuscate intentions,
Hmm.
but also you should intuit some level of intention when it's like meet up in the middle of the night, talk in the back seat, whatever the fuck that means. It means, I'm going to try to fuck you. I mean, right? I mean,
I
on
did.
some level, you have to understand that yeah, men aren't going to be that direct. Maybe you wish they were, but they're just not. So that's the reality we live in.
Yeah, but that's a reality where it leads to what she says, where the girl is cornered and
Right,
has
and that's not a replacement for consent. It doesn't mean like just she agreed to meet me in this situation where she must know that I want to fuck her. That's not a replacement for consent,
Mhm.
but you have to know that that's the intent of the guy if he's asking. I mean, women should at least be educated about that. Like
But
a man's not asking you, like if he says, "Hey, come to my place at 2 in the morning," he's probably not trying to just have tea and chat about the weather, right?
uh
He's probably gonna try to fuck you.
but
Now,
is
you
that
should absolutely be able to refuse that attempted fucking,
Mhm.
but he's gonna try to fuck you.
But why be so like sly about it? That's the whole entire point. Why not
Well,
just
I
be
don't
like,
think you
"Hey,
need to.
I want to hook up tonight. You want to meet at this time?" Wouldn't that be
Sure,
a
but
reasonable way
then,
to Mhm.
well, yeah, except the problem is then at least half of people will be like, "Oh, what a pig. He just asked me to fuck."
Uh-huh.
Instead of ask like, "Hey," it's discreet to be like, "Hey," it's like coded, which is, "Hey, want to come hang out at my place?" Which, if a man is asking a woman, that means, "Would you like to come fuck me?" I mean, realistically,
Realistically, you
especially
should just say,
especially if
"Hey,
we're
you
talking in
want
the
to
middle of the
fuck?"
night.
Yeah, but
What?
okay, look. If
If
you're
you have a relationship where you're already fucking,
Mhm.
maybe you can say, "Hey, you want to come fuck?"
Mhm.
But if you haven't fucked yet, then it's a bit more frowned upon to be as outward with it.
But why? Yet again,
It just
society.
is
Only
societally. I'm
listen,
telling you.
listen,
But
listen.
you're talking about the fantasy. That's fine. I'm talking about the one we actually live in right now.
Listen, okay? Here's the problem. Humanity has created so many stupid ass fucking rules that they can't even follow their own rules properly. That's the problem right there. All these rules are like
Well, what the
unwritten
problem is,
rules that
yeah, and
I've
a lot of
never heard
guys,
of.
I don't like the shit where guys like try to come up as with as many ways to, corner a girl to where she feels uncomfortable saying no. I hate that shit. I don't like it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, women have to be smarter about some of the things that like some situations you have to realize I shouldn't get myself in that situation because there are people out there that'll exploit it. And I don't think that's right.
Mhm.
But like an invitation in the middle of the night to do pretty much anything with a guy, you have to assume he's trying to fuck you
But why? Why should a
because
girl
he
have
is because
but
he
why?
is.
Wait, you're saying the girl should have some kind of insight to knowing that a guy
Yeah.
wants to fuck
If
her.
he ever invites you anywhere in the middle of the night, he's trying to fuck you.
Yeah, but
That should be your.
I've texted my friends and said, "Hey, you want to do something or something like that." They know I'm not trying to text them to fuck them.
Well, then you've got a different kind of relationship. Your relationship is established. I am assuming the relationships that we're talking about with people are of flirtatious or sexual nature.
Uh-huh.
Like there's like if you meet on a dating website, or something like that, and
Okay,
the
that
guy's like, "Hey, come meet me at my place at midnight." He's not like, I mean, just assume that he's gonna try. You don't have to fuck him, but assume he's gonna try.
yeah, but uh, I'm just seeing like I disagree.
You disagree that he's gonna try to fuck her?
I disagree on the fact that he should even be trying. Like, if he
Well,
hasn't
okay, that's
stated his
okay,
intentions, then
fine.
fuck it.
You have to state your intentions in the text.
Or at least straight up when you
Well,
meet up and be like, yo, you
sure, when you meet
basically
up, and then, but the thing is, the woman also, I think, should feel.
go ahead.
Unfortunately, sometimes guys might not make them feel comfortable enough, but they need to feel comfortable enough to say no and peace out
Yeah, and that's the
if they
problem,
don't
right?
want to.
But that's the problem. Like Marilu was always saying, guys are dangerous, and you never know what a guy's gonna do when it comes down to that scenario. And like the girl described in the video, it's like she has a split-second chance, like opportunity to say yes or no, and depending on
Yeah,
the outcome. Like this is what causes a bunch of these problems. This is why men are the
sure.
problem.
Well, I mean, I don't endorse pressuring women into fucking you. So I think that's fucked up. So I would have to hear a specific
Mm.
scenario, but I think women should definitely be aware. Um, like it's not always as blatant, kind of like I was talking about with them. I mean, it's not always going to be, the text isn't going to be, "Hey, come fuck me." The text will be something like, it's like the Netflix and chill thing, right? That means fucking, but I'm not saying fucking because that would be too direct.
Uh-huh. But
Right. So Netflix and chill means fucking.
yeah, but I
It
was
still
going to say
means
that's an
fucking.
established code word for
Right, but
fucking.
I'm saying that that's the same sort of thing as all of these things,
Yeah,
where
but
it's
that's the problem right
want to
there.
talk in the back of the car,
Yeah, okay, listen.
want to
First,
talk in the back of the car. What is
listen.
that? What does that mean other than fucking?
You see, I listen. That's the whole entire point. Netflix and chill is an established code word for fucking.
Yeah, but it
Whereas
became an
you want to
but
chat in
how
the
did it?
back of the car, a
But
girl's like,
how did it become an established code word for fucking? Because that's what people said as fucking. That's what they said to ask,
exactly.
"Do you want to fuck?"
But now
So
you've
that's how it
got
became.
yes, but I'm trying to point out now you've got all these fucking random shit that's supposed to mean fucking
Right, but
like.
if here's what I'll say. If there's a guy you're talking to as a girl that
Mhm,
you wouldn't feel comfortable saying no to,
mhm,
don't meet him alone ever. If you wouldn't feel comfortable saying no to this guy if he tried to fuck you,
mhm.
don't meet him alone.
But what if it's someone she's comfy with?
Well, if she's comfortable with him, then if he tries to fuck you and you don't want to, say no.
But yet again, we're pointing out like she may not know him well enough to be able to say like no and know that he's gonna respect her
Well,
decision.
but that's what I'm saying. If she's not comfortable with him enough to do that, then don't meet up one on
You,
one like that.
but this is what I'm saying. You're putting all the responsibility on the woman when the
Well,
problem
no,
is
I mean,
mostly men.
but you're okay. But this is like, if you're talking about like rapist guys, I don't know what good it is to say, "Hey, guys that rape, stop doing that." I mean, are they gonna listen?
True. But at the same time, it puts a lot of insecurities or not insecurities, I guess insecurities when it comes to men, when it comes like for women, where they just don't know. They don't know if they're playing Russian roulette or not?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you haven't established that kind of relationship with a guy and you're uncomfortable, then meet him publicly a few times first, feel him out, whatever. Just
Yeah, but
don't meet up like that.
you know,
Don't meet up like that.
wait a minute, but now we're gonna go back to what you said, where you can pretend to be the best you in front of the girl, and then when she finds out you're not the best you, what then? You know how you were using that little tactics? You don't want to show yourself straight away, kind of thing. You see how that is an
Well,
issue? You see,
yeah, but
Daniel?
if anything, I would advocate showing a more assholish side of yourself than a nicer side of yourself. Assuming you're a nice guy to begin with, then show a more assholish side to her. So she might feel less comfortable than she would with
You
the
see,
real you.
this is why no one should listen to your advice. You see?
No, it's great stuff.
great stuff.
It is great stuff.
You're just telling
Nah,
people.
they
Mm.
see Maxos. If Maxos really absorbed and listened, he'd have much less troubles.
Look, look. No offense, Daniel, but your advice is horrible. Horrible. You still there?
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's pretty good because
What?
the okay, it's irrelevant for certain types of fellas that maybe just by default operate a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
but for certain guys, that here's a big problem. I think
Okay.
guys that are good guys, nice guys, but they'll put women up on a pedestal that they like almost immediately.
Okay.
And that's usually the things they'll do once they do that are unattractive to women. So they fuck themselves. And then the women kind of get fucked in a way too, metaphorically,
Mm-hmm.
not literally by that guy, but so they fuck themselves too because a decent guy that
Mm-hmm.
is kind of all about them will act in a way that's unattractive, so they'll next him. But like, and I think Maxos might have some of these situations where it's like if it played out long term, they might grow to love him,
Mm-hmm.
but he they might act so into them initially that it's a turnoff.
You see, that's why I don't understand. Why would you assume that you showing that you're into them turns them off? Like, you need to explain that.
It doesn't have to. It depends on how you do it. If you do it in a way where they're like up on a pedestal, I think it's a turnoff. If you do it just in a way where it's like, yeah, I like you, I'd like to see how you fit in my life. If
Mhm.
that's your approach, then probably wouldn't be.
God, this is why we need a girl's perspective because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like girls would like the idea of a guy being into them to show how far or what kind of stuff he's willing to do for them, kind of thing. Like you know what I'm saying. But you're like, no, no,
What?
no.
Wait, say that again.
Where if a guy tells or puts the girl on the pedestal, at least a girl sees where he's willing to go for her, kind of thing. Like,
Right.
it
Yeah,
makes
but then
sense.
she's unattracted.
But that doesn't even make sense. Why would she be unattracted of a guy who's
I
into her?
don't. It doesn't have to make sense. It's not obligated to make sense to you. It doesn't make sense. But attraction doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does. Attraction is
No, it
super
doesn't.
simple. Yeah. Oh, listen, listen, listen. Attraction is super simple. Humans are stupid fucking creatures. We all behave the same
Mm-hmm.
to some extent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
Yes, we're
I'm gonna.
stupid creatures. I'm with you there.
Okay. And the whole entire point is, it's on appeal, right? It's just symmetry or however our
Mm-hmm.
brain
Well, yeah,
processes.
you're talking about physically. You're talking about physically. Yeah,
Yes, and
there's a
mentally.
physical attraction,
Listen,
but
listen.
then
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot more things that go into it, and I think especially for women, they have the physical part too. They there's
Yes,
certain guys that are just too hideous for them to even consider,
yes, but they
but
they
the other part is a lot.
compatibility. It's a simple
It's not
compatible.
compatibility. The attraction is not
Yes,
compatibility.
it is.
No, I disagree.
How are
Attraction
you
has
gonna
nothing to do with
disagree?
compatibility of like lives long term.
What?
I don't think that's true.
What are you saying? Do you know what
I don't think
compatible?
compatibility is part of attraction. I think
Of course it is.
compatibility is part of whether or not you would be in a relationship with somebody,
No, it's
but not whether or not you're attracted to them physically or like
what?
sexually.
Of course, it's all the same.
No.
Compatibility. If you're compatible with them in the bed, if you're compatible with them
Well,
in your
obviously, yes. If you're
in
compatible
dating,
sexually, I
yeah,
mean,
but it's
I thought you
all
meant compatible lives.
no, motherfucker. I'm talking about all
No,
those sense, like in
compatible like personalities. Yeah, maybe
yeah,
so.
yeah, and traits, likes and dislikes, and all that kind of stuff. In the sack, if they're compatible with you for fucking and all that kind of shit, if they're capable of making you come, these are all things that are
Well,
all
obviously,
compatible.
yes. If they're capable of
Yeah.
making you come is a factor, yeah.
So it's all about
But what I'm saying
compatibility
is
and symmetry and physical
the
appearance.
things that make you think they could aren't those things. You don't know about sexual compatibility. I'm talking about before. A lot of I mean, Maxos's girls, he doesn't fuck them. So they don't know about any of the sexual compatibility.
Uh-huh.
Right. So at least the ones he talked about,
Yeah,
the two he
recently.
talked about.
Yeah.
So they don't know anything about that. So
Uh-huh.
the compatibility you're talking about is like lives, which I think they are probably more compatible life wise because Maxos prioritizes that. I think to some degree, uh, they're perfectly compatible in those ways.
Okay, look, in my personal opinion, this is no like a jab at Maxos or whatever. I think there's an in the matter of fact is when you're interacting with someone for the first time, intrigue is what makes you want to continue seeing that person, right?
Sure.
The more intriguing you
Well,
are, the more the person wants to be around you and all that kind of stuff. Maxos is easily intrigued by, I guess, some of these women, but
true, but
I don't know if Maxos is intriguing to them, and I think that's where the problem is.
well, it's possible, yeah, but also partially like
Mm.
I think I don't know. It would be really interesting to see him on a date because I
I
think he might
know.
have a confidence issue, which is huge. I think that's one
Mm.
of the biggest things. A confident guy to a woman is like it you have to be at least to some degree confident for them to
Mm.
find you attractive. They might be with you if they're desperate enough if you're not,
Mhm.
but you being a confident person is one of the most important things in my opinion for a woman to feel attracted to a man.
Are you confident, Daniel?
Generally I am, but the the weird thing about
Mhm.
attraction is the more attractive you find somebody
Mhm.
that you're not familiar with, the less likely you are to feel confident around them. So it's like a weird thing where you almost have to fight to be you around them. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Because like, oh, if they knew the real me, they would probably like me. But if you're that into them, you're acting like a different version of you. And I wonder if that's what Maxos does is like it acts like a different version of him to
Mhm.
try and be what he thinks they would like.
Ooh, that's interesting. I don't
You
know.
see what I mean?
Yeah. Hmm. We'd have to ask him. Hmm.
Yeah, it would be so interesting to
I
actually hear
know.
because that's why I was trying to get like some of the dialogue, like what's the back and forth like? Because I just wonder because if he's him
Mhm.
normally, like with us or whatever, he should be pretty. There's nothing too objectionable, I don't think, as long as you like his physical attributes, which they see in the pictures.
Mhm.
Then there shouldn't be anything that's like an immediate like, oh, this guy's a loser sort of turn off.
Mm. Mm. True. True. Question: do you have a cat in the house?
No, do you?
Do you have like a kid in the house?
No, I'm hearing something too, but I
Me
thought it was on
too.
your end.
It's not on my end.
I hear it on your end, dude.
I hear it on your end. That's why I'm like,
Oh,
what the
dude, it's
fuck?
it's the
It's what?
yeah, it's the hallway.
The hallway.
Yeah.
Uh, wait, what? I think.
Yep, yep,
What do
yep.
you
It's
mean
the
it's the
hallway.
hallway?
I'm in an apartment.
Why?
I don't know. I don't
Wait a
like it.
minute. Are you
I'm
at the girl's place again?
it's possible.
Ah, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Okay, Daniel, who is this girl?
It's not that important.
Asshole. Stop being an asshole.
I'll tell you this much: she gave me COVID.
Oh, oh, that sucks balls.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, so wait. Let's dive into your shit again. I like
No, we don't have to dive. No
I
need
like
to
stirring
dive,
your shit. I
really.
like stirring your shit a little bit. Okay, wait.
I bet you do.
No pun intended.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, wait. So you're at her place again.
Yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
hearing. I'm hearing the babies. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Um.
mhm.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
how many weekends in a row have you been at her place?
Yeah. I mean, I hang out here pretty often.
Oh, pretty often. Oh.
Yeah,
Is
pretty
she
often.
in the vicinity?
No, no, she's out.
Oh, okay. Wow. You have keys to her place?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at this motherfucker talking so much shit about women, and you have
What?
the keys to a woman's
That
place?
shit. well, not shit about women in a way where it's like, don't involve them in your life.
Yeah, I
They
know,
can
but
be a great asset.
they could be a great asset to you
Yeah, I
in
think
the bed
so.
only.
No, not only. I mean, it depends, but it can go a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, go
I've
ahead.
had a bunch of different scenarios, but um it can be an asset or the opposite. It can be, sort of a
A
detriment.
detriment.
And
Mm-hmm.
I was actually talking to a buddy recently where he's like, we hadn't talked for a while, and he was like, "Man, I'm just done with girls. They're every time I'm with a girl, my life goes to shit. Fuck them, blah blah blah."
Uh-huh.
And I do think it stems from him not seeing them as goofy, because they can be a great if you can filter out the ones that want to suck the life out of you and only uh you know care about the ones that kind of like love you and want the best for you, then they can be a great asset. But you've got to be able to distinguish the difference, because there's some that love what how you make them feel,
Yes.
and then there's the ones that love you. I feel like it seems like you have a girl that loves you,
Uh-huh.
and in a way kind of elevates you rather than like lowers your level. You see what I'm saying?
Not
You follow me at
exactly.
all?
Not exactly.
Well,
You.
there. Okay, so I'm sure you know guys that have gotten with a girl,
Mhm.
and then their life went to shit. Maybe not directly because of him, but because he kind of let it with her in a way where it's like basically she dragged him down rather than elevated him.
Okay,
You see what I'm
so
saying?
let me just clarify stuff. I have majority female friends, so I think it's the reverse because I've seen some of my female friends
Hmm.
date
Oh, it
guys.
could be either way. It could be a dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I find like guys tend to drag down girls sometimes, especially when
could. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think this is a gendered thing. I'm just
mhm.
speaking because I'm a guy.
Yeah,
So,
understandable.
yeah, it could a partner in general.
Okay, okay.
But I think that's something that is easy if you love someone.
Mhm.
It's easy to be like to ignore the fact that they're really making your life worse, and then once it all goes to shit,
Mhm.
um then people are like, oh shit, what the fuck was I thinking for however many years? And the point being picky isn't just about like, oh, she's got nice tits or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's also like she you have to filter out the ones that are going to be a succubus or an incubus
Okay. Okay, so knowing all of this now, what type of girl are you with now?
She's a good girl. Yeah.
Put her in a goddamn category that you were just describing. Which one is she? Succubus, incubus, what?
No. None of those, and
Oh.
that's what's good, is
Oh.
that I feel like, I mean, and you have to let it play out. You have to wait and see how things go. But yeah, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's an overall positive, because I'm sure you've had the experience before where you like someone, maybe even love them, but
Uh-huh.
it's not necessarily a positive influence on your life. And I think this is.
Interesting. I don't believe in love. You know that, right?
Well, right. You call it whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Okay.
You like a lady, whatever.
Okay, so let's stir your shit a little more. So then this lady friend of yours is worth being around, worth getting COVID for. She's apparently a good influence in your life, apparently, maybe? Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Hmm. And this individual, like, what do you bring to the table for her?
Oh, I'm me. I mean, come on.
What the fucking
Forget
answer
about
is
it.
that?
Forget about
Fuck you. What do you bring to her? What do you present to her?
it. Like everything. What do you
What
mean?
the fuck? Daniel, what the fuck is everything? Be a little more specific. You bring
Oh,
what to her? What do you bring to her? Like what you
well,
build what with her
let's
exactly?
think. I mean, I'm hilarious. I'm a reasonably generous lover. I don't go above and
I
beyond,
thought
but she comes.
we established earlier via the V interactions that you were a selfish lover.
Well, that's V never experienced it, so she doesn't know shit.
Okay, fine. I
She doesn't know.
okay.
See, she was too hung up on the herpes thing.
Yeah,
But
that's so
I
true.
mean, talk about dodging a bullet there. Holy shit!
Okay, okay. So basically you're bringing
Let's get
yourself.
V in here. Where's V?
Oh God, you would have to speak to that one.
Okay, what are
I
you saying?
So basically you're bringing yourself into the game, but you don't exactly know what you make worthwhile for her or what.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
But what does she see in you then? If that's a better question.
What does she see in? Well, I mean, I guess you'd have to ask her, but yeah. I mean, I'm great. You know,
I'm great.
I'm